Hey Pixies! Today we are going to take a look at Dollhouse Dips. I am a March influencer for them, so I thought it would be fun to use two of their dips in this video. Elixir is a shimmer green and Gilded Rose is a beautiful rose pink and gold glitter. So I used two of their dips last week and I loved them. So I just thought I'd share them with you here. Maybe you'll find a new brand that you like. So I'll put everything down below per usual, as well as some discount codes for everything. And I hope that you like it and check them out as well. I'll be using my double dip liquids, my double dip clear, and then I have a little fluffy brush and ombre brush and glass nail file, cuticle pusher, all the tools necessary. So we're going to get started with the dip base, and we are going to put the green, which is the Elixir, on our pinky and our index finger. And while you watch me do that, I thought it'd be fun to answer a few questions that I've gotten. Before I do that, I did want to mention I do have a basic dip powder application video, which I'll link, as well as a nail prep video. So I'll link both of those if you need to check them out. And as far as the questions, I got started dipping in, I think it was April 2020, yes, during quarantine, but it wasn't because of quarantine. I never really went to a salon and got my nails done unless I was with my big sister, and that was a fun thing we would do. We would just go and I would usually just get polish and we would get our nails done and have lunch and have a girls' day. But other than that, I've always just painted my nails. I've done that since I was 11 or 12 years old. I've always had my nails painted. However, recently with my new job, that I've started about 3 years ago, I chip my nails immediately with that job. So as soon as I would paint them, within an hour of being at work, they would be all chipped up. So I kind of started not polishing them at all unless there was a special occasion. So I kind of got tired of that, and while I was in quarantine, I thought, why don't we start a new hobby? Why don't we look into gel and dip and other alternatives and see if there's anything that we can do that would last longer and not get chipped? So as I said, I was comparing the gel versus the dip because I knew my sister would go to the salon and get gel. So I was looking into both and I decided on dip, and I started out with Revel. I ordered their starter kit, so it came with the liquids, and I got the one where it was the liquids and one powder. I ordered Erica. However, their processing times were very long because of everybody in quarantine ordering them. So I actually ordered an additional maybe 4 dips with that order because I didn't know how long it would take and then how long it would take to get another order. So I ended up, I think, with about 5 dips to start. The first color I used was Erica because it reminded me of Essie Polish ballet slippers, and that was always one of my favorite neutral pinks, and I absolutely fell in love. I was so nervous to start dipping. I watched a ton of videos, Marla and Kate, and I just watched a ton of videos on how to do it, and I loved it. It went pretty smooth for me. I didn't have any issues until I tried to use glitter, and even then it wasn't bad. It was just I didn't have a clear to put on top, so I ruined the glitter, but that's a story for another time. So I loved dipping immediately, and I was just kind of dipping all summer. And then in November, I had started posting pictures of some of my manicures, and this was on my personal page. Well, Rossi had reached out to me about trying one of their influencer kits, and I started a Instagram for just my nails, which at the time I thought was kind of silly, but then I met a whole lot of people that do the same thing, and I really fell in love with the nail community. I've met some amazing people in that community, and I love seeing what they post, what they're doing. I love trying new things, so it's really fun. I'm having a blast on Instagram and now YouTube. I absolutely love doing these videos for you guys, and it just makes me so happy to post these and see your reactions and get DMs from you. So if you ever have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me, and I will try to help you in any way that I can. And then in January, I changed my name to just Dipping Pixie so that I could start the YouTube channel. I just felt like dipping in pixie dust with the underscores was a little much, so I wanted to shorten it all up and make it flow a little bit better. So I did that, and now I'm receiving products from Double Dip. I love the Double Dip products. I decided whenever I wanted to do my YouTube channel and post on Instagram that I did not want to endorse anything that I didn't believe in, that I didn't like myself, because I'm wearing these nails. I don't want to be putting products that I don't like on them because I'm living with them. I may not be living with them long because I change my nails sometimes daily, but I didn't want to endorse anything that I didn't actually like. So whenever I find something that I like, I want to share it with you in hopes that maybe you'll find it likable as well. So I hope that you know that I don't ever endorse anything that I don't believe in. So I'm really happy that Double Dip reached out to me because I was having issues with my Revel Dip liquids, and now that I'm using the Double Dip, I have no issues. I absolutely love them. That's why I rave about them in every video for you, because I'm hoping if you're having issues that you will try them and maybe they'll work for you too. So let's talk about the manicure we're doing. I did the Elixir on my pinky and my index finger. It's a green with this beautiful gold shimmer to it. I'm not sure if it picks it up on the camera, but it's got a beautiful gold shimmer. Now, what inspired the entire manicure was the name of the glitter. It's called Gilded Rose, and it's very rose toned with gold glitter in it as well. It's very chunky, and then the Elixir color reminded me of a rose stem. So I just thought of a rose garden type theme whenever I was creating this, and they look really cute together. And the Gilded Rose is a very chunky glitter, so you have to make sure that you're really patting it down. That way you don't have any lumps or anything in your nails and you have a smooth finish. So chunky glitters are notoriously a little bit more difficult to work with. This one was not bad though. My middle finger and my thumb turned out perfect. Now, I did have a little bit of trouble with my ring finger, but that was my fault. I added a little bit too much clear, and then it made the glitter look cloudy. So I buffed and filed that down a little bit more than I normally would in a regular manicure and put a little bit more work into it. That way the glitter would look glittery and shiny like it's supposed to instead of cloudy. So normally that only happens to me if I put too much clear on top of the glitter because it kind of washes it out. So that was my only issue, but that was my fault because, like I said, my middle finger and my thumb that is covered in glitter and not just an ombre is perfect. I had no issues with that, did very light buffing and filing, so we're all good with that. And I am going to show you a little bit of the buffing and filing in this video, which normally I don't do because the video would end up being way too long, and I feel like that's kind of boring to watch me buff and file because normally I don't use an e-file. I do all of my buffing, filing, reshaping by hand. So I go back and forth between a glass nail file, a black emery board, and the buffing block. So what I typically do is what you see here. I use the glass nail file to reshape, and then I use that along my cuticle area. Then I'll typically, depending on how much buffing I need to do, sometimes I just take my white buffing block, which is a very fine, and I just lightly buff the top. Sometimes if I feel like I need a little bit more in a certain spot or the entire nail, I'll use the softer side of the black emery board. It just depends on how much I feel the nail needs. So like I said, typically I'm doing everything by hand. I do show you a little bit here because I had put too much clear on, as I said, and my glitter looked cloudy. So I do use the e-file a little bit on the ring finger, and I do show you me doing that. Now, when I am using the e-file, I am by no means proficient with the e-file. It kind of scares me a little bit. I've definitely been burnt by them, tore up my cuticles, so I am not proficient. I do shy away from using it. I do think I want to try to use it a little bit more and get better with the e-file, but it did work out pretty good for my ring finger today, so maybe there's hope that in the future I'll be able to use it and feel a little bit more confident in using it. But this is just an e-file from Amazon that I got. Like I said, everything will be linked below. I'll even link my Amazon products here too. The bits just came with the drill, so I'm just using the ones that came with it. I haven't bought anything special because, like I said, I barely use it anyway, so I haven't bought any extra bits to go with it. I've just been using what came with the package. So I'm going to let you watch me finish this up, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so we've finished with our buffing and filing. We activated the second time. We applied our first layer of top coat, which is 2 to 3 quick brush strokes per nail. And now we're going back in for that second coat, and we will be more detailed and make sure we're getting all of our edges, capping the free ends. And look at that shine with the double dip top coat on that glitter. It is so beautiful. I'm going to finish up here with my cuticle oil from Scales of a Mermaid. This will just help rehydrate our skin, and while I'm doing that, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you don't miss any videos. If you have any questions, product suggestions, or video suggestions, you can leave a comment below or find me on Instagram at DippingPixie. I'd love to see you over there as well. That is it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.